From Tampa Bay streaming news leader, this is ABC Action News.
Good morning, I'm Dee O'Reilly. We'll check in with Greg in just a second for a look at your Halloween forecast. But first, I want to get to your ABC Action News headlines. New details this morning about a dangerous standoff that happened on Gandy Boulevard in St. Pete last week. We first told you about this as breaking news. Updated arrest warrant showed the suspect, 32-year-old Matthew Perkins, held several people, including his girlfriend and 3-year-old child, in a home for 2 days before taking the 3-year-old with him on Tuesday. Perkins drove off with the child in his pickup truck, which police found crashed and lodged under the I-275 overpass on Gandy Boulevard. After a 4-hour standoff, the child was rescued and Perkins was taken into custody. Tomorrow, family members of the 17 people killed in the mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland 4 years ago will finally get a chance to address the shooter. A 2-day hearing is scheduled to allow them to speak. During the trial, family members were only limited to what they could say. The hearing will conclude with the shooter's official sentencing of life in prison. We've got some new details on a deadly weekend crash that killed a 70-year-old woman and sent an 8-year-old to the hospital. The sheriff's office says this crash happened Saturday morning on Combie Road near the intersection with Grimes Road. Deputies say 71-year-old Judy Pate died at the scene. Her 8-year-old passenger was taken to a hospital with a broken arm and ankle. Pate was driving northbound when she swerved into the southbound lane, colliding with a Freightliner truck. The Freightliner veered off the road, clipped a power pole, and crashed into a fence. That driver is okay, but the crash remains under investigation. Hillsborough County is inviting residents to learn more about an intersection improvement project. That project will be at 2 intersections on Lumsden Road between Providence Road and Brandon Boulevard. Residents can provide feedback through an online public engagement form. Coming up at 5 o'clock this morning, our Chad Mills will be live with more details on this improvement project. The NFL trade deadline is tomorrow. Will the Bucs make any moves? Well, that will ultimately be up to general manager Jason Light. But here's what head coach Todd Bowles and receiver Mike Evans had to say. Happening tonight, the Tampa Theater finishing off its 18 Nights of Fright with a showing of the 1978 classic Halloween. Tickets are $10, but you can also get in for free. Tampa Theater says you'll just have to spill some blood first. You can do that at the One Blood bus. The bus will be in front of the Tampa Theater from noon until 6 p.m. Donors receive a $20 gift card, a Halloween t-shirt, a wellness checkup, and free ticket to watch the film. They begin the showing at 7:30 tonight. The doors open an hour before showtime, and tickets are limited. I love that. You just have to spill some blood first, Greg.
Very interesting way to connect that. Hi there, everybody. Our temperatures on this Halloween near record levels in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. Record high in Tampa is 89. So that is pretty close to that record for later on today. Here's the breakdown hour by hour, starting off in the upper 60s and low 70s early, climbing into the mid 80s and upper 80s for the afternoon under mostly sunny skies and a nice southeast wind. Humidity levels will be moderate, so I do think we'll see some clouds developing during the afternoon, but I do not think rainfall is going to be a big issue. Some low clouds and some fog potentially before 8 o'clock in the morning, so you may see a little bit of light drizzle driving around early on in the morning, but then the skies clear and we turn sunny and dry for the rest of Halloween. Have a great day.
The surge of pediatric RSV cases continues to fill up hospitals across the country. Doctors say the number of children treated with RSV is concerning, especially with a massive increase in the most susceptible population.
Children who typically would be infected with RSV before the age of 2 were those kids who were born during the pandemic. They've been home for the last 2 years, not exposed to any viruses.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says most children under the age of 2 usually catch RSV at some point, but it's usually mild. But for some, it can be more dangerous and lead to dehydration or pneumonia. The U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear a case that could end affirmative action at colleges. Justices will meet Monday to consider whether colleges and universities can continue to take race into consideration as a factor in admissions. Challengers are targeting minority admissions programs at Harvard and the University of North Carolina, saying they violate equal protection and are discriminatory. Those schools have relied on legal precedent for decades to achieve the educational benefits they say flow from a diverse student body. But like Roe versus Wade, the new conservative leading justices appointed by former President Trump may be ready to break precedent again. Mississippi has extended the state of emergency over the Jackson water crisis. It now goes until November 22nd. The order was first issued in August after a massive operational failure at a water treatment plant left thousands without running water for days. State and city officials have been arguing over who is responsible for the plant's failures. The Environmental Protection Agency has launched an investigation in response to environmental racism complaints by residents and the NAACP. More than 80% of Jackson's residents are African American.
Still ahead, Florida's most accurate forecast. You're watching ABC Action News. Good morning, Tampa Bay. Prison visitors with disabilities.
You know, I was crying, I was upset, I was embarrassed. I'm not going to let it go.
Inmates' families appeal for change in state policies. An I-Team report, Tuesday at 6 on ABC Action News. The most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
Hi there, everybody. Temperatures near record highs on this Halloween in the upper 80s to some places, potentially near 90 degrees. Record high in Tampa is 89. We'll be at least within a degree of that, if not even at the record. West-southwest winds, light 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hour-by-hour breakdown of the forecast, starting off in the upper 60s and low 70s early. Plenty of sunshine for the afternoon. A definite summer feel to the air with temperatures in the mid-80s as the kids are heading out to do some trick-or-treating this evening. It's still going to be warm with temperatures generally into the 80s. So lighter costumes are just going to work better. The heavier ones, the full body suits, those are just going to be a little bit more uncomfortable as we go into the afternoon. The rain planner not really showing much. Some low clouds potentially in a couple of spots early, maybe some light drizzle. Otherwise, sunny skies for the afternoon. Getting out on the water, east winds early, turning west with the sea breeze late. 1 to 2 foot seas, a light jump on the bays. The water temperature now above 82 degrees, 83, 84 in some cases west of the Skyway. At the beaches, air temperatures upper 70s and low 80s. Water temperature at Clearwater Pier, 77 degrees. We do have some showers around the state. A weak front now moving through the Panhandle. Some showers along the East Coast with an onshore flow, but that's about it. None of that is going to reach us here in the Bay Area, and certainly no concerns for trick-or-treat activities around Central Florida tonight. Lakeland over towards Zelfo Springs, St. Pete, and over towards Newport Richey. Light winds throughout the day, just a light breeze. It'll be variable with offshore flow early, then onshore flow with the sea breeze during the afternoon. Plant City could certainly get to 90 today. Otherwise, most of us in the upper 80s, mid 80s along the coast, as the sea breeze will keep you a little bit cooler. Tomorrow morning, starting in the upper 60s and low 70s, under partly cloudy skies. No rain out there on this Halloween as our temperatures remain warm into the 80s late in the day. Just a couple of scattered clouds during the afternoon.
ABC Action News Plus. It's local news you know and trust. Available anywhere at any time for free. No subscriptions, no nonsense. Free. Just download ABC Action News Plus on your favorite device to watch our 24/7 streaming news channel. Plus, access to exclusive interviews. Plus, a library of original content. Plus, award-winning investigations and more.
ABC Action News Plus is sponsored by Robert Palmer and RP Funding. Save thousands on your next mortgage.
Still ahead, your Super 7-day forecast with meteorologist Greg D. You're watching Good Morning Tampa Bay. Still ahead, a look at today's top stories and Florida's most accurate forecast. ABC Action News continues right after this.